Hey, what's up, Coin Fam? In this video, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of valuable dimes. Let's get right into it. There's no date on this one because it was covered up when somehow it found its way between two penny dies. The Lincoln cent was struck over top of the dime off-center about 75% on both the front and the back of the dime. This oddity sold at auction for $2,300. Next up is the 1982 No P Roosevelt dime. This dime graded Mint State 67 by NGC with an FT designation. FT stands for full torch. You might be more aware of the FB, full band designation we've discussed before. In order for an NGC dime to be designated full torch, it needs to have full bands, as well as clearly defined vertical lines along the sides of the torch. It might be hard to tell by the picture, but this coin did meet those standards. This could get a little confusing. This dime was minted in Philadelphia, but it doesn't have a mint mark. Most of the time, when you don't see a mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia, and it's not supposed to have a P mint mark. A 1982 dime is supposed to have a P mint mark if it was minted in Philadelphia. The 1982 No P dime is the first U.S. business strike coin that is missing the mint mark. The other No P dimes I've talked about in other videos were the proof dimes. There were two varieties of these dimes. There's a weak strike and a strong strike. This is an indication that there were at least two dies used to mint these dimes without a mint mark. It's estimated that there could be as many as 150,000 of these dimes out there, assuming that both dies minted about 75,000 coins each, which is the approximate lifespan of a dime die at this time. This variety was discovered in December of 1982, and most of the 1982 No P dimes discovered were found in Sandusky, Ohio. A lot of them were handed out as change at the amusement park up there. There have been only a few thousand of these found. That means there could be a whole lot more of them in circulation. You have to make searching for the 1982 No Mint Mark dime one of your coin collecting priorities. Even in lower grades, these should bring in $5 to $30 easily. This one that graded Mint State 67 with a full torch sold for over $1,000. Here's a rough-looking 1959 Roosevelt dime. This dime is made up of 90% silver because it was minted before 1965. There's no error on this coin, and it doesn't look like it's in good shape. Or does it? Would you believe this dime graded Mint State 68? The discoloration is natural toning, and that doesn't affect the grade. It was even given the full band designation. It's a good thing this dime wasn't cleaned. It would have severely affected the value of the coin. This dime sold at auction for $8,812. $2,880 is what you can expect to be paid if you sell one of these dimes right here. This is a 1980 Denver minted dime. It graded Mint State 66 with the full band designation. This coin is only 4 grades shy of the highest grade of 70 on the Sheldon coin grading scale. This dime doesn't have a date because it was struck between two reverse dies. Another example of mint mischief going on at the U.S. Mint. This dime was graded by PCGS and came in at a Mint State 64. It sold for $26,400. Talk about toning. The orange, red, and purple on the front and back of this dime look awesome. This silver dime was minted in 1955 at the Philadelphia Mint. It graded Mint State 68 on a scale from 1 to 70 by PCGS. This Roosevelt dime sold at Heritage Auction for $9,300. This is a 1969 Denver minted dime. You can see a line going rim to rim from the 11 o'clock position to the 5 o'clock position. If you didn't know any better, you might attribute this to PMD or post-mint damage, but this error is the result of a split die. Maybe there was a problem with how the die was created, or maybe the die was just overworked, but at some point a crack developed over the entire diameter of the die. This dime has seen a little wear. It was submitted to Annex for grading and came back about uncirculated 58 on a scale from 1 to 70. This dime sold at auction for over $100. This is a 1964 Roosevelt dime graded Mint State 67. This coin has a mint error called a die cap. A die cap is when the coin gets stuck in the die and the edges start to curl up around the die like a bottle cap. This is an obverse die cap because the coin was stuck to the obverse die. No detail can be seen on the back of this dime. This die cap dime sold for $2,640. Is this a penny or is it a dime? It depends on which side you're looking at. This muled dime was struck on a penny planchet. The obverse die was the correct penny die, but it was muled with a reverse dime die, resulting in this one-of-a-kind coin. This dime was minted in Philadelphia in 1999 and graded mint state red by PCGS. The color designation comes from the patina of the penny and can be either red, brown, or red-brown. This penny-dime combo sold at auction for $138,000. In 1965, the U.S. Mint changed the metal composition of the circulated dime from 90% silver to copper and nickel clad. This is called a transition year. It's always good to weigh your transition year coins to see if it was struck on the old planchet. Dimes from 1964 and earlier should weigh 2.5 grams. Copper nickel clad dimes minted 1965 and later should weigh about 2.27 grams. This 1965 nickel graded mint state 62. It weighed in at 2.5 grams, but the copper nickel planchet should weigh 2.27 grams. Because this dime was minted on the old silver planchet, it sold at auction for $14,400. This dime right here sold at auction for $456,000. Let's find out why. This is the 1975 No S dime. It's one of the most valuable dimes ever known. And this is a 1975 No P dime worth 10 cents. I'll tell you where to look for one of these coins in a minute, but here's a hint. You're not going to find one of these in your pocket change. If you find a 1975 dime with no mint mark in your pocket change, you're looking at one of over 585 million no mint mark business strike dimes minted at the Philadelphia Mint. Business strike dimes minted in Philadelphia aren't supposed to have a mint mark, and unless they're in really good condition or if they have a rare variety or error, they're only worth 10 cents. If you want to try your luck at the No S dime, you're going to have to look at mint sets. There were over 2.8 million proof dimes minted in San Francisco in 1975, and they have an S mint mark. Proof dimes are minted for collectors and have a much better strike and a shiny finish due to specially polished dies. The proof dimes were displayed in these plastic cases and sold with other denominations for the same year as mint sets. The No S dimes were first discovered in 1975 when an unknown woman bought 5 mint sets from the U.S. Mint, and she noticed that 2 of the dimes in the mint sets didn't have the S mint mark on them. So far, out of the 2.8 million mint sets from 1975, only 2 of them are known to be the No S variety. That doesn't mean there aren't any more out there. There could be undiscovered 1975 No S dimes sitting in a mint set in your grandfather's closet right now. Finding one of these dimes can help set you up for retirement. You'll find the mint mark on this 1975 S on the front of the coin above the year right here. If your 1975 mint set dime is missing that S, you're halfway there to becoming a millionaire. How does a coin error like this happen? Well, in 1975, the San Francisco Mint was assisting the Philadelphia Mint with coin production. This would explain why San Francisco would be in possession of no mint mark dies from Philadelphia. The theory is that one of these Philadelphia dies was used during the minting process during at least a partial run of the proof dimes. I hope you learned something from this dime video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button and make sure to share the video on social media. Thanks for watching.